Hi, I'm Marni Wassermnan from my food studio and lifestyle shop. Today I'm going to be making a yellow split pea soup. So going in this soup is yellow split peas. Now there's also green split peas, and this soup can be made with either pea. Both are really good for you, very high in protein, very high in fiber. They make a really nice, rich, decadent, creamy soup. So I have these just rinsed and ready to go, and that's going to be the base of my soup. Also going in the pot is some onion, just white onion. You could use red onion, but I would stick with a white onion. It tastes a little bit better and it gets a little bit sweet when it cooks. It's really nice. Then I've got some celery and some carrots, some cauliflower. Now I'm using cauliflower to thicken up my soup. This is what's going to make my soup nice and rich and creamy. It's perfect for the holidays because it's adding a creaminess without actually adding any dairy or any extra calories or any extra bulk from anything unnatural or heavy. It's going to be very light because it's from a vegetable. So that's going to cook into my soup, and when I blend it at the end, it's going to get really nice and thick. And then I'm going to just top it off with some herbs. In here I've got some fresh oregano, some thyme, and some rosemary. So I'm going to chop those up at the end and put them on top of the soup. And that's it. So I'm going to get started. And in this soup, we also don't need any oil. So that's another way to, save on extra calories or extra fat if you're trying to watch that over the holidays. We're just using water as the base. So I've got just water going into my pot, and I'm going to turn it on to a medium heat, low to medium heat to get it started. So just going to get my water in. So I'm adding in about 4 to 6 cups. So I'm going to start with 5 cups. And then I always sometimes add another cup of water in a little bit later on while the soup is cooking. So onions are going in. Then my celery and my carrots are going in. And then my split peas are going in. So these are going to go in right from the beginning because I want to get them cooked. They take about a half an hour to 45 minutes to cook, so I want to start them in right away. And I'm going to put in a pinch of salt at the beginning, and then I'm going to put another pinch in at the end, just to get it started. So right now the first step is just to let that come to a boil. So I'm going to put the lid on and turn up the heat. So I've let this come to a boil for about 5 minutes. Now I'm going to add in my cauliflower. So you may want to just turn the soup down just a little bit while you're adding in the next vegetable, and then I can bring it back up to a boil again afterwards. So just going to layer my cauliflower in the pot. I'm not even going to stir it yet. I'm just going to let it sit there and let that come back to a boil together, and then I will puree it later on. So my soup is ready to be pureed. So the split peas and the vegetables have cooked down, the cauliflower's in there. Now the next step is I'm going to be adding in my herbs. So I've got rosemary, oregano, and thyme. It's just going to go into the pot. I'm going to add a little bit more sea salt. And then I'm going to just start ladling it into the blender. And this is what's going to puree my soup. So I'm probably going to do only about half the amount at a time, just to prevent my blender from exploding. All right, so I'm going to put it on the base of my blender and turn it on. So once it's nice and pureed, I'm just going to empty it into a big glass bowl. And you can see I've got some nice, creamy, yellow split pea soup without the cream. And then when you serve it, you can just serve it in a small bowl and just top it with some herbs, and then it's ready to go. Thanks again. Join us next time for some more delicious tips.